Welcome to Puvanur Iyer Academy of Music and Mathematics. Welcome to Puvanur Iyer Academy of Music and Mathematics. We are in Rupaka Thalam, Thalam. We had seen about 6 sequences and also the 7th, which we concluded last episode. Today we are going to see the sequence 8 and 9 together, because as it's an extension from Adi Thalam as the same sequence. Dhin thangu, dhin thangu, dhin thangu, dhin thangu, dhin thangu, dhin thangu. Dhin thangu, Thaka dhin thangu. Dhin thangu, 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 Thaka dhin. This was an Adi Thalam. So we are going to look at how to adapt that same sequence into Rupaka Thalam. We will get into the class, but before that, we will begin with the Kural with a good thought. Payan Tukkar செய்த உதவி நயன் தூக்கின் நன்மை கடலின் பெரிது. Let's look at the meaning of it. பயனை எதிர்பாராமல் ஒருவர் செய்த உதவியாகிய அன்புடைமையை ஆராய்ந்து பார்த்தால் அதன் நன்மை கடலினும் மிகப்பெரியதா. What is the meaning in English? If a person helps without expecting any result from the other person, then that help is regarded bigger than the ocean. So that's what Thiruvalur compares. So when you help, don't expect anything out of what I can get it out from the other person. When you're doing your help, do it with all your mind, full focus, and try to do a timely help, and that is matched to the ocean. With this good thought, we'll get into the class. So we've been adapting all Adi Thalam sequences into Rupaka Thalam structure. Similarly, let's look at sequence 8, dhin thangu sequence also. Dhin thangu, dhin thangu, dhin thangu, dhin thangu, dhin thangu, dhin thangu, dhin thangu. All you need to do from 8 to 6 is, as usual, you have to reduce, unplug the second line from the Adi Thalam, and you are there to do the Rupaka Thalam, which becomes a 6-speed cycle. You can easily fit that into Rupaka Thalam. So how do we do? I'm going to do step by step using the first phrase, the second phrase, and the third phrase. I will do the traditional reduction and also the definition of how to complete it with the mora or thirmana. Let's go. I'll also explain as and when, wherever it's required, to clarify your doubts. This is the first paragraph. The second paragraph, it's just vanilla from Adi Thalam. I'm just unplugging the second line and playing it. You have to do it twice. Then, dhin thangu kita taka dhin. Use that phrase. That is the second paragraph. The third paragraph, dhin thangu, 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 dhim kita. That is in Adi Thalam. You just unplug the second line, then you try to play this, reduce this, and when you reduce it, you have to do 6 times dhim kita, and then further reduce it 3 times, and then with the mora, I will play first, and then I will explain step by step. now you have to play the reduction part in a traditional way and finish. Let's look step by step. Taddin tangu, taddin tangu, taddin tangu, taddin tangu, taddin tangu, taddim. Get at again. 6-beat cycle, you play twice. Taddin tangu, taddin tangu, taddin tangu, taddin tangu, taddin tangu, taddim. Get at again. Taddin tangu, taddin tangu, taddin tangu, taddim. Taddin tangu, taddim. Get at again. Then you reduce to 3 beats. Taddin tangu, taddin tangu, taddim. Get at again. Taddin tangu, taddin tangu, taddim. Get at again. Then you further reduce. Taddin tangu, taddim. Get at again. Taddin tangu, taddim. Get at taddin tangu, taddim. Get at again. Then taddim. Get at again. 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 3 times. Taddim. Get at again. Taddim. Get at again. Taddim. Get at again. 3 times. Taddim. Get at again. Taddim. Get at again. Taddim. Get at again. Thumb. Taddim. Get at again. Thumb. Taddim. Get at again. Thumb. Like that you have to play. Let me repeat this part alone again. So you have to get it into the structure. As I told you, the rule of thumb is you first practice by expressing into the structure. Then you will know what you exactly have to do. You can deviate by playing more number of iterations. That's not an issue, but it should fall into the structure. That's an important point. You should have it in your mind. This is in Rupaka Thalam, adapting the same lesson in Adi Thalam into Rupaka Thalam. So now let's get into Thaka dhin dhimi dhin dhimi. 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 Unplug the second line and you play the vanilla version. Then you play tataki tataka dhin. That is the thalang. Then that is the second paragraph you have to play. Then Thaka dhin dhimi dhin dhimi. Thaka dhin dhimi dhin dhimi. Thangada taka dhimi dhin dhimi. Thaka dhin dhimi dhin dhimi. Thaka dhin dhimi dhin dhimi. Thangada taka dhimi dhin dhimi. It's a 6-beat cycle. Tangada taka dhimi dhin dhimi. Tangada taka dhimi dhin dhimi. Nangada taka dhimi dhin dhimi. Why we are playing 3 times is again the same logic. 4-beat cycle into 3. Only then 12 is divisible by 3. You have to go to the nearest point where it's divisible by 3. Here in this case, 4 is not divisible by 3. 8 is not divisible by 3. 12 is divisible by 3. So you have to play 3 times. So you have to understand the math behind it. So you should play 3 times. tangu tangidadega. That also you can reduce. Tangidadega tangu tangidadega da. Tangidadega tangu tangidadega da. Tangidadega tangu tangidadega da. Here it's a 9-beat cycle of a Tirmanam. Tangidadega tangu tangidadega da kitta. Tangidadega tangu tangidadega da kitta. Tangidadega tangu tangidadega da. I showed the pause there. Dhin, dhin, dhin is 2, 2, 2. Tak, ki, tak. Tangidadega tangu tangidadega dhin, dhin, dhin. Tangidadega tangu tangidadega dhin, dhin, dhin. Tangidadega tangu tangidadega da. This is how we have to play the sequence 9, adapting Adi Thalam into Rupaka Thalam. I'm going to do the sequence 9 again with a 3-beat into the Rupaka Thalam, Tishreka Thalam, so that you understand how I play. You try to adapt and try to get mastery over a 3-beat cycle. Adapting Thaka, dhin, dhimi from Adi Thalam into this format. The reason why I'm covering 2 sequences in one class is it's the same. If you have understood Adi Thalam well, you have to do both. When you are practicing, try to do both sequence 8 and 9, whatever is in Adi Thalam, put it in Adi Thalam, play. Put it in Rupaka Thalam, consciously reduce the D-link or unplug the second line, put the structure, define, see 6 times how to reduce, 3 times how you got to reduce, how you got to play the Tirmanam, what is a different Tirmanam there, what is a different Tirmanam here. You should understand these differences. Once when you know these differences clearly, whoever puts Thalam, you can play for anything because you know exactly where what is going to come. That's important. Okay. With this, I'm concluding this class. Next class, I will be handling the sequence 10, which is thangu tata dhimi, thangu tata dhimi, thangu tata dhimi, thangu tata dhimi. It is a beautiful, perfect 6-beat cycle in a 3-beat. So which means a 6-phrase cycle, like 1.5 beat. In each 1.5 beat, you get this. Thangu tata dhimi, thangu tata dhimi, thangu tata dhimi, thangu tata dhimi. Even if you put it this in a day, thangu tata dhimi, thangu tata dhimi, thangu tata dhimi, thangu tata. The nadai fits, the sequence fits, the phrase is 6 syllable phrase, everything is 6, and that's the beauty. So it is a perfect sequence for a Rupaka Thalam, ideally used for all the folk songs. You will normally in cinema music, this is the most frequently used phrases. When most of about 60 to 70% of film songs, they will use these beats. So you'll be learning this in the next class. I will sign off with the Thirukkural from Thiruvalluvar. Thinaithunai nandri seyinum panaithunaiyak kolvar payantarivar. What is the meaning of it? Oruvar thinai alavulla siriya udaviyai tamakku seidalum adan payan unarnda saandror adanai panai alavu peridaga madittu potruvar. A person who is doing a help which is as small as a millet, it is regarded by the wisdom people as though as big as a palm tree. That's what Thiruvalluvar compares the help of a small help, what the elders or what does wisdom people think about it. So with this good note, I'm signing off this class. I'll see you in the next class with thangu, Thaka, dhimi sequence in Rupaka Thalam, which is one of the mastery phrases used predominantly in most of the film songs, in most of the folk songs, in most of the lighter variety of classical Carnatic music. Let's see that sequence at length next class.